So in between all these intensive projects I do, it's nice to just kick back and do something fun. And what's more fun than getting some dubs in Fortnite? God, I am so sorry for that. Let's agree to never speak of this again. Anyway, I promised I'd cover the Transformers bundle Fortnite came out with back in the Optimus Prime video, and I am a man of my word. Even if it did take well over a month after the pack in question came out, but better late than never, right? So, the question is Fortnite's Transformers bundle worth getting? So, before I can begin to answer that, we do need to address one major difference between this and Optimus. Optimus and all his related cosmetics could be unlocked in the Battle Pass, whereas this does need to be bought with actual money rather than just V-Bucks. To be more precise, the entire bundle costs about $24.99 Freedom Bucks, which may seem pretty steep for some people, but let's break this down a little bit. In addition to the 3 skins each with their own back blings and pickaxes, you also get 1,000 V-Bucks. At the time I'm recording this, 1,000 V-Bucks currently costs $8.99 Freedom Bucks, meaning that if you think about it, when you subtract the V-Bucks, you're really paying $16 for the 3 skins and the cosmetics associated with them. Now that does sound more reasonable to me. But enough math, let's get into the characters we're all buying this for. I'll be going in order of my least favorite to my favorite out of the 3. First, we're starting with the Battle Bus. Yes, you heard that right and are seeing that right. The Battle Bus was made into a Transformer. So, for those of you who don't really keep track of this kind of thing, every collab bundle still has at least one character in it who's a Fortnite original. I'm not able to find exactly why this is, but I'm assuming it's a contractual situation just so the game still has their own cast represented along with the pre-existing characters. I don't have a source to verify it's a legal thing, I'm just assuming that's the case until someone, maybe one of you guys, can give me a definite answer. I looked, just couldn't find one. That being said, if they absolutely had to turn one of their characters or vehicles into a transforming robot, the Battle Bus really is the most obvious candidate, and it does look really cool. If you put the robot and the vehicle side by side, yeah, I can totally buy that one turns into the other. Size disparaging aside, but given that it has to work with the hitbox, that's kind of to be expected. The back bling is the blimp keeping the bus up in the air. That makes perfect sense, I'm cool with that, but the pickaxe is just, well, pickaxe. It's on brand for Fortnite, but a tad on the uncreative side. Overall, it's pretty solid, but I can hear you guys asking. If I do like it, then why did I imply that it's my least favorite by going over it first? Well, it's rather simple, really. I bought this Transformers bundle for the Transformers characters I actually know and like. It's a decent skin, but outside of this review video, I can't see myself really choosing to use it over the other 2. Next up, Megatron. I like this one a lot, but I won't deny Megs here has issues. Now, I'm going to address the most obvious one. His proportions are weird. My first instinct is to blame it on the hitbox all the models share, but others like the Hulk and Peter Griffin don't really have that issue despite having more mass, so I'm not sure what the reason is. Maybe whoever did this model thought the tweaked proportions would look neat, who knows. The other massive glaring issue I have here is his lack of fusion cannon. Granted, there have been iterations without one, but a very G1-esque Megatron without an arm-mounted cannon just feels wrong to me. Granted, it does briefly show up for his built-in emote, but I'd rather just have it there and keep it there. That said though, aside from those glaring issues, he does look fine overall. His appearance seems to draw more from his evergreen look rather than much of anything else, which I am fine with. What I'm not fine with though, however, is his back bling just being a floating Decepticon logo. As I said in the Optimus video last time, I hate when they do this, please stop doing it. But what I don't hate though is his pickaxe, his integrated energon flail he had for a single episode in the G1 cartoon and has still popped up a few times over the years here and there. I appreciate that it actually does take the place of his hand rather than being a held weapon, that's a fun detail. It even glows in the dark, if that's something you're looking for. Overall, Megatron is pretty solid aside from the wonky proportions. Oh, and if anyone was wondering, the Transwarp key contrail is still the Autobot logo even when you're playing as Megatron. I'm not holding that against anything, I just find it interesting. I think the best part is that I can finally live out my dreams as a tyrannical robot overlord.
Decepticons! Join your true leader as we take this dub in the name of Megatron!
Are you always like this?
Yes, he is. Now shut up, kid, and let me get some clips from my YouTube channel.
Do as I command!
Party leader, can you kick him?
Get bent, role player. This game is only for the real OG. Fuck!
So I've saved the best for last here, which shows off exactly what I wanted out of both Optimus and Megs. Bumblebee. I've been really burned out on Bee due to the constant overexposure ever since the '07 movie made him a household name over the past decade or so, but they really knocked it out of the park here. First off, Bee himself looks cool. He doesn't seem to be based on any specific iterations. I see splashes of the live action movies as well as G1, with a distinctly Cybertronian vibe rather than an Earth mode, and going with an original design like this really gave the freedom needed to make him stand out. His back bling is his door wings that he's been known for ever since the movies, which is perfect. I take this over floating logos any day. His pickaxe is an Energon forearm blade similar to what he had in the Bumblebee movie, and it looks cool. It even comes with a built-in emote where he deploys it out of his wrist. This one also glows in the dark if you were wondering. Bumblebee really is the best out of the three easily, and the main one I've been using out of this bundle. So I do have a few nitpicks regarding this bundle. For its price point, I'd hope to at least get a glider or maybe an alternate style for one of them, but we really only get the bare essentials for the three characters. It would have been great to glide down with the Ark or Nemesis, maybe a Cliff Jumper or Goldbug style for Bee. Nothing too complex, just a simple color swap. These designs aren't tied to a specific movie like Optimus was, so really why not? So that being said though, is this bundle worth it? Well, despite the complaining I just did about gliders, I'd say it's pretty well worth it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, when you put the V-Bucks aside, if you do the math, it averages out to about 533 Freedom Bucks for each character and their respective cosmetics, which really isn't too bad at all. So if you can shell out the 25 bucks for in-game items, sure, why not? It's really the closest thing we've got to a Transformers game until Reactivate comes out, if it even does come out. That said, this is Major Disaster signing off. Make sure to look away from your screen for at least 20 seconds to reduce eye strain. Peace out.